Hello and welcome into the Sunday Sports Extra. I'm Andrew Chernoff. We have another jam-packed show for you tonight. Plenty of Lamar football records fell last night in the Cards' win over Nicholls State. We'll hear from some of the players that are now in the LU history books. Plus, we'll tell you what the two Texas NFL teams were able to do today. But first, we begin with high school football. There is only one more week left in the regular season, and many districts have not determined a district champion yet. One of those districts is District 21-3A, and we will know by Friday night if Silsbee or West Orange Stark will claim that title because they play each other. Here to talk about the big matchup is West Orange Stark head coach Cornel Thompson. Coach, thanks for coming on the show tonight.
Thank you very much, Andy.
Okay, so before we get into the big Silsbee game this week, so far you guys are undefeated. What's worked so well for the Mustangs in district play?
Well, I think that, our offense is really starting to gel quite a bit. When we've had a letdown on the defensive side of the ball, our offense has picked us up this year.
The offense has scored 36 points or more in every single district game. Is this one of the best offenses you've ever coached?
Well, I think that our offensive staff, Coach Dyer and them, do a great job in preparing. And we've had some good offenses at West Orange Stark, but this is one of the best ones we've had in the last few years.
Obviously, West Orange Stark known for the defense. This year, the most points you've given up in district play, 16. I know last year's defense was solid, and everyone knew about the Mustang defense last year. Is this defense comparable a little bit? Do you see any similarities?
Well, we're awful young. We're just now starting to learn to play the game, a little bit. We only had 2 returning off of our defensive unit from last year, but every unit has a different personality, so you can't compare these two. This group is a little bit different.
What's the personality of this year's unit?
Well, we are defensive backs and stuff, they've gelled together pretty good so far, and the personality there with this unit here is we've been bending quite a bit, but we hadn't broke yet.
It's probably pretty easy to keep them focused this week, knowing how big the matchup is.
Well, I think for both teams, Silsbee and West Orange Stark, you had to be a dead man not to get ready for this football game, because I've had people calling me the last 6 weeks about this game, and I'll tell them, no, we're playing so-and-so this week, but it's here, so everybody's been waiting on it. Here it is, so let's see what we can do with it.
Is the Silsbee-West Orange Stark rivalry one of the best in this area, you think, right now?
I tell you what, we got the utmost respect for this Silsbee staff, Coach McGallion and his staff, and we've had some great football games in the last decade, so I think it's one of the better rivalries around.
What makes it so special?
I think our athletes, we all come from the same background, so have same type of athletic ability, a lot of skilled people, some linemen, but primarily our skilled people. I think we're all pretty parallel, so I think that's what makes it very interesting.
Game planning for Silsbee this week. What scares you most, what they bring to the table?
Young man named Patrick Reed. I've been watching,
Easy answer right there.
I've been watching him grow up, and he's scary. He does a lot of good things. Now, he can throw the ball deep, he can throw the ball short, and he can pull it down and make a good play out of a bad play. So he's really hard to game plan for.
If the Mustangs win Friday night, what do you think the district championship would mean for your players?
Well, it'd be a big deal because we weren't picked. We weren't picked to win the district this year.
Silsbee's year.
Silsbee was picked to win this year. They got, I think I counted on the roster 28 seniors coming back. So they got a lot of veterans, so to speak, back on their football team. So, we'd be very fortunate if we're fortunate enough to win the football game Friday night. And it'll be just like old school stuff. You'll earn it now. They won't give it to you. You'll earn it if you win the football game.
And then just from a postseason perspective, Coach, how important is it to get that last win for momentum purposes heading into the playoffs?
Well, I think at this time of year, every team is trying to peak, so to speak, at this time of year. So I think it is very important, to win our last few games and to plunge us off into the playoffs. Now, it's not a must-win situation, but I think it is important to a certain point.
Two good teams Friday night. We will definitely be there watching it. It should be a good game. Coach, thank you so much for joining us. And
thank you for having me.
Good luck Friday as well. Okay?
Thank you very much.